Will the telephone take it? Let's see that we're on. There we go. Right. Options. Save the playlist. Live streams. Done. Click into it. And I can hear myself. Let's turn the telephone down. Right. Do 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 boom. Bump bump. Benson, my God, man, you're quick. You're quick at everything, Benson. How are you, mate? All good, hopefully. How's things? Right. We're on the main account, so we should have. Yes, there it is. We'll only do maybe 2 or 3 practices of this if we can get anyone into the room. I'm gonna change that as well, you know. I'm gonna make it a BS lobby rather than invite all kinds of carnage. Oh, thanks for hopping in, mate. Yeah, we're not too bad, mate. We're not too bad. We're still up and down, like, so we are. But sure, what can you expect? You can't really expect anything more, Benson. Just touch wood, mate. I just touch wood that one day will be totally normal and have none of those bad things in our head. The AMG, we're in medium tires. Struggling with my sleep still. Can't get myself into any sort of routine. The last 2 nights in a row, I've tried to fix my routine by staying up all night and not going to sleep, and I've made it until like almost 8 o'clock in the morning, and then thought to myself, no, you're too tired now, and then I've went to sleep and at least been able to get about 4 or 5 hours sleep. So I have, but yeah, I need the I went to bed early a couple of nights as well, and I can't get to sleep even when I turn the laptop off and I'm not watching anything and stuff. I lie there and I toss and I turn, and end up looking at my phone every hour and a half, and I'm like, oh, it's getting later, and then it ends up, oh, looks like it's 4:30. You've done it again. I could hardly believe it when I heard the news today. Yeah, to come and get it straight from you. Too much noise in the head there. Need to change that. Darn is in the house. Hello, Darn. Thanks for hopping in. How are you, mate? This is going to be a brain game in this race. Everyone's going to be driving and messing about with your fuel mixture constantly throughout the race, and by the looks of it, we don't want to see too many sit-ins or McLarens 650. You don't want to see many of those cars in a room because they're well OP. They're good. You literally just walked in from work, relax, sit down and pour yourself a beverage. As I have done, I'm on to my first beverage of the day, which is, as usual, bourbon and ginger ale. I should get a couple of wee smokes rolled as well while we're on our own. Cars is in the house. Sean is in the house. Hello Sean, mate, how are you? Now here's a man, he's back in, he's talking about me arse again, lads, he's talking about me arse again. There's rumours at the back of the paddock that Sean is quite partial to a bit of Willie. I don't believe it, like, I don't believe it. He tells us that he's married with kids and all, but I don't know, that's what the rumours are saying. Nice to see you, sir. On cars, thanks for hopping in, lads. No beverages for you, up at half four. Wake up. I'm struggling to get to sleep for 4:30. I've tried to do an all-nighter the last 2 nights in hope that it will fix my sleeping pattern at the moment. Where are they? There they are. Sean says, with my wife sometimes I wish I was. How are you anyway, mate? You keeping alright? I'm not too bad, Sean, I'm not too bad. I'm as good as I can be. We'll hopefully get a couple of practices at this one tonight. A couple of joiners, or we'll go and have a look for a practice lobby. Just run it. And then we'll see if we can get any sambas going for a wee bit of fun. Just roll me up and smoke me when I die. And if anyone don't like it, just look 'em in the eye. I didn't come here and I ain't leaving, so don't sit. Right, let's exit out just in case it's a dodgy room, and before we're making our one, we'll have a quick nosy in case there's any rooms all ready to go. Track, Blue Moon Speedway. Get ready for FIA Manufacturer Series Group 4, and he's on Twitch. No rating on the room though, so could be absolute mayhem. No one was having the practice of it. Well, once again, load it up, create. You're joking. You buried her under the patio the other day. He's single now, lads. He's single. He's the same as me. Only he's got kids to look after. I hope you're not going to bury them as well. I believe you didn't have to dig a big hole either, because she's a wee small woman, you keep telling us all as well. So a wee small hole for you as well to dig. You only do dirty lobbies on this track and you're a king. Widowed, huh? I know. Hopefully people will want to have a practice, because there's no practice to be done on your own. not even driving around trying to get a flow in the track or anything, because you're gonna have a slipstream in this one. Only needed a 5 foot one hole, and knowing you, taking your shortcuts and stuff. Hello Jerry, nice to see you. Knowing you, Sean, you probably only dug a 3 foot hole and bent our legs up or something. Save yourself a bit of work. Let me have a quick check, make sure I'm online. Yes, I am. This last man. Jerry says, I love these self-acclaimed kings. I know, you must love me, Jerry. Although it's not self-acclaimed, like, it's the Samba King with the history and the proof and the skill behind that to back that sort of statement up. Sean fancies a wee beer. I just poured myself my first one there and before I started. I've been sitting here all day. I got out of bed about 1 o'clock. Like I said, I didn't fall asleep after 8, so I didn't. And then I woke up again at about 11, like, but then just was dozing on and off, trying to get the will to get out of bed. And then I got out of bed at about 1 o'clock, made myself a wee cup of coffee, lit the fire, went a wee walk around the park, came back, the fire didn't light, stuck an oar, fire lighter in the fire, went out again, a wee walk around the shop, got myself a wee loaf and a packet of ham and some cheese, came back again, had another cup of coffee with a wee sandwich, and the fire still hadn't lit again. Don't know why. I didn't use any ordinary sticks today. I just used a fire lighter and a log, expecting that to work, because it has worked the last 3 times. But I'll have to make sure I use a couple of ordinary sticks rather than do all that messing about. It took about 2.5 hours to get it lit properly. History, skill, proof, that's it, Jerry. And that looks like a guy, a wee emoji with a guy going with his thumb up to say correct. I'll try and join for the sambas later, depends how tired you get. Not a problem, Sean, not a problem, mate. The most productive thing you've done today is have a shite. I've done that as well. I had a shit as well a few hours ago. I'm usually pretty regular with my trips to the bathroom. As soon as I have a cup of coffee in the morning, my stomach starts going and I'm like, oh, I need to go. Slice is in the house. Slice is going to bounce in, not a problem, mate. We've got Ghostly has bounced in. Wonder what manufacturers Ghostly's with. JJ Balding, JJ, tell me you're on. Tell me what time you got. I'm expecting you to tell me you got a 27.3, 27.4, and that'll be steady for you. If you nailed the life out of a lap, you'll have got. I don't think you'll have got a 26. I'll be very impressed if you get a 26. A 0.1 or 0.2 maybe. A 0.5, my God, you got a 0.5. So you did. I threw away. I can't believe I backed out of a lap that was on for a 0.4 or at least a 0.5 just because I didn't start that lap. I started that lap, by taking, the final chicane as a fast lap. You know what I mean? So I didn't get a good start to that lap. And I knew that it was quicker. I knew that it was purple. I didn't know how high purple I was. It didn't feel like that good of a lap. But then after the qualifying session, Richie says to me, you were half a second up on your second lap. And I knew it was purple. I just didn't know how much faster it was, and it didn't really feel like a good lap. so it didn't. So I ended up just slowing down at the end of the lap and getting a nice big wide. Run up the chicane. Hopefully my 0.6, fingers crossed, will start me on your ass area, JJ. You can do a 0.1. My personal best in practice was a 0.2. I need to remember to not practice with my ghost on, or I will practice with my ghost on until I find that flow. But after I find that flow, I need to find that flow without the ghost on. I thought to myself I was virtually guaranteed a 0.5 or less, because in all my practices that I did, it was easy. I was flowing, but I had the ghost. And then once I went in there, the flow just wasn't there. If I did better, you would have had to have done better as well. No doubt, JJ, no doubt. I just hope I'm starting behind you. If I'm starting behind you, I'll be over the moon. Hopefully there not be a couple of cars between me and you. Otherwise, you might just drive away whilst I get caught up in a bit of a race. Scotty, I knew you knew you had got pole after your first lap, so you lost concentration. If I had it gone quicker, you would have kept on going. Listen to him. He's learning from me, boys. He's learning from me. See all this here shite talk that he's doing in the chat, the psychological warfare, the mind games. He's learning. He's getting fucking good at it. He's getting good at it, the young man. Well done, JJ. I hope if you're at a world final and you're all on stage and you're in a race with Fraga at the side of you, I fully expect at some point for JJ to turn around and say, alright Fraga, I'm coming for you, you know that, don't you? That's why I'm flashing my lights, putting pressure on your ass, or he'll start waffling to Fraga. Fraga will maybe not know what to do, even though he's top notch. He'll be like, what, I've never had this in my life. What am I going to do? And a 26 is possible for sure. It doesn't matter now. All done and dusted. I just hope I'm close enough, Tilly. I hope no one else sneaks in between us. Or you'll drive away, you know what I mean? But if I'm in your slipstream, you never know. Well, hopefully Mickey have to concentrate throughout the half hour. JJ is the new Fraga. Look, if you can keep up, go on track and see if you can keep up with your slipstream. Right, let's go. I know that one practice that I did the other day at it, there was some boy in a sitting and no one stayed in the slipstream. He just drove away at the start. I told them all not to panic. I was like, it's alright, let him wiggle, stop trying to follow him, we'll just push each other and get him back. But we didn't. They're looking forward to watching next week. I'm looking forward to it as well. That we practice that I had, at least I seem to be able to hang with the young man in the slip. It is quick, JJ. You'll certainly not be I'll certainly not be trying to save any fuel behind a Citroen anyway. Sure you won't. Look at it go. Look, he's just rubbing it, he just wants there it is. Slipstream's gone. Not even in it anymore. Ridiculous. Mr. Turismo with a big red face. 100%. JJ with a big smile on his face. JJ, you should be getting top-notch points in this one, man. And if your ratings is up in top split, this could be your first ever top split win. So it could, young man. In that Citroen, it's well OP on this one. Right, let's hand out the rules so as the people know that I'm alive with a thanks for joining me, everyone. Rules for this FI race is 2 mandatory pit stops and that's all I need at the moment. No problem, Jerry, no problem. JJ's having a giggle. He's having a giggle. How many more Citroens have we got in here? We've got a Ferrari Citroen. What else was it? And you're OP on fuel as well, JJ, you say? I can't believe it's that quick in a straight line. Oh goodness. I fully expect your highest ever points on Wednesday, JJ. Are you not expecting possibly your first ever top split win? You for sure have a chance. It doesn't lose speed. I know that's what I loved about it, but I always thought that it's top speed. Struggled. I mean, but the BOP that they have on this here track, it's clearly OP in a straight line as well for top speed. Yeah, a different BOP for this one. Again, new joiners, so we'll hand out thanks for joining me, everyone. Rules for this FIA race is 2 mandatory pit stops, this time with a make your way to track please, starting soon. Attention please, attention please. Get all GR4 competitors, that's all GR4 competitors. Get your arse to track please, arse to track, thank you. That's his challenge as far as I'm concerned. When you look at how OP the Citroen is here, you should be expecting or hoping to get a win. 4 or 5 tries at it. You're bound to. Other people in Citroens will get wins and drop out and not be in the next ones. Other people in the 650s will get wins and drop out at some race during that evening. You'll be the only Citroen. And I'm expecting a win on Wednesday. Right, an American, waiting on an American. How many OP cars have we got in? Right, a mixture of cars. JJ's just going to drive away from everyone here. There's not even a McLaren in here either. Let's hand out a last call, see if we can scare them to the track. Last call, not in, you can't win. Attention please, attention please. This is a final call. I repeat, this is a final call. Could all GR4 competitors make your way to track please, thank you. What was Ghostly in? He's in a Ferrari. Yeah, I think that's the only 2 cars that has a chance of winning. But like I say, there's 5 slots, JJ. If you keep going, even if you get unlucky and get tuck out, anyone else in a McLaren will get wins and seconds and thirds, and then they'll drop out and they'll not be in the next one. At some point, if you keep going, you're bound to be the only guy in an OP car. Right, everybody in. Let's get one started. Start qualifying. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, mate. It's gonna last forever. It's coming. JJ, come on and just let me follow you. Give me your slipstream, young man. You know I want it. I see you, baby. Shaking that ass. Nothing. Bit of his own slip. Driving away. And that's a slip going as far as I'm concerned. Nor we've got my back. Should still be a half decent lap, surely. His lap's ridiculously OP, even with a mistake and a bump into another car. Come on back, JJ, and see if I can improve my lap with only your slipstream. You're not getting better than your last lap on your own. You might as well try and help me out. Bring it back to me. Bring it back. Damo's in the house. Hello, Damo. Thanks for hopping in, lads. Double figures in the chat. I'm in there too, as always. Well, so it's really only 9, but take that. Right, JJ, take me places. Surely we can hang with him on our own. Whenever he doesn't have an or slip. There's an or slip in front, doesn't I? You're not going to pass one of those cars anyway. That was... well, it wasn't bad awareness in the end. He ended up just about leaving us there. Does that improve us at all? That did. Crapster's in the house. Or he was, he just popped in to tell JJ he was slow. Can't believe how OP that car is. And the McLaren's meant to be even better. Even with a scrape in the wall, will that have another chance? I think that did improve his another wee bit as well, or did he go even quicker? I'm not sure what happened there. There was a change in something. Yeah, keep your head up, Sean. This car is crazy. Yeah, for sure, JJ. If any other cars, I'm not sure what the AMG is like, but trying to hang with you, no sense. No sense even trying to hang with a Citroen, because you'll just waste all your fuel in a ridiculous amount of time. You're not able to have a short shift or anything, or play with your fuel mixture. Just have to cross our fingers that we get into a lobby that doesn't have many Citroens and McLarens. People revving it out. Right, we don't need to even see the fuel. I haven't even watched the F1 yet, boys. Thanks, I haven't. I'm a wee bit nervous now even to look at that chat in case I end up finding out, because I think it's on the night. I probably won't make it till the night, like, without seeing something advertised about it on YouTube. There it is, slipstream nearly gone already. Slipstream gone, right, short shifting. Waste of fuel that was, wasn't it? Those guys, you made sure there was no spoilers in your question. Spot on. Although I'm not blame anyone, like, if I do end up finding that out. You can't really go into a racing string and think to yourself, no one's going to talk about the big race that happened, you know. But I've managed to avoid seeing or hearing anything about it, and I'm hoping it was an exciting one. Lewis had a lot of speed. Oh, he wanted the nudges rather than take it off us. I went up high because he wanted that stuff. Right, well, if people are nudging me, I'm just slightly less. again, if people are going for the nudge, I'll go as slow as I can go then, you know. I don't really want to be. At some point, they'll surely start thinking themselves, no, he's in fuel mixer 6, and that's them behind him. Surely you want to take it off me now, boys. No, they're still happy to nudge. We'll take it, we'll take it. This should be realising like that we're in mixture 6. But they still don't want it. And the nudging is that much suggesting they're not in mixture 6. Are the brain fading? Are they thinking that we're going fast here? We're getting speed for free anyway, it's helping us. Thank you, thank you. A big lift on the coast. Surely somebody wants it at some point. No, they still don't want it at the moment. There, now he wants it. Oh, well, that's alright, a bit of speed for free for us. Still here. Medium tires. No fuel required at the moment. Mercedes top end is shit by the looks of it. You do some practice. That goes with Jack's Ghost. Do the next race, not a problem, Flash. They drift out very wide here and that spot over maybe. Did he want it? Flash the lights, no problem. Something to JJ. What's he doing? Is he just taking people out? Or did he take JJ out? No? Maybe not. JJ was lonely. Don't blame me, young man, don't blame me. Well, well, maybe not be too bad compared to other cars, you know. Like I say, like, there can't be that many people in the Citroens and the McLarens. Hopefully, at some point, we seem to be all right compared to a lot of your cars. Smokers and drinkers will love this race. Another set of tires, please, Mr. Turismo. We took too much fuel the last time, so we're a bit too much. So this time we'll stop right in the middle. We've got 11.3, let's check out of the line. Seven laps left. Seven laps left, and over the line we have 10. Let's see, we'll have the next lap over the line. With revving it. 10. Got a huge jump on Ghostly in the pits. We used 2 laps of fuel there basically, and we still had a lift in the coast, like we didn't rev the nuts right out of it. To go 5.4. Let's go down to 3. compared to other cars, like, I'm not doing too bad. And surely at some point of the evening as well, like in all lobbies, at some point in the evening, there's not going to be any sittings and McLaren's left. Corvette would be decent. Yeah, the practice we done the other day, there was a Corvette that was up there, so the Corvette will definitely be, it'll still not have a chance against the McLaren and the Citroens, like. But it seemed to be as good as our car anyway. What do we reckon? Have we enough to push now? I doubt it very much. It's a one-handed race. Your left hand is always on the fuel mixer, and then you can't really use the radar all the time. The Nova, you reckon the Nova would be good here, Sean? You'd take that Nova everywhere, wouldn't you? You reckon the Nova would be good on a bloody motocross track? There we go. Timed that. Decent enough. 21:48. JJ, are you still in the chat? Would you like to scare us all? Or you haven't even done an overall time yet, Abati? Have you even seen any OP cars with an overall? A good mixture of cars there, but it would seem to be much better than Ghostly in the Ferrari, and Ghostly's fast. I would like to think he knows what he's doing. He'd have been fuel saving and stuff there, so maybe our cars are a lot better than the Ferrari on the fuel saving and stuff. The 86, 8 seconds behind as well, which I thought it would have been OP on the fuel at least. What a tower. The tower is pretty bad, but the fact that there's 2 mandatory pit stops, it just means change your tires and they're lasting half decent, like. And the fact that you're fuel saving that much as well, you're not even trying to push around those corners or anything, so you're not. Right, well, again, hand out the thanks for joining me, everyone. Rules for this FIA race is 2 mandatory pit stops. This time we shall add a 5 minutes to race. And we'll remember about that overall time. What could we try a bit different? See, you can't even do anything different on your own in this track. You know, if you try and do something different, then you're on your own with no slipstream and stuff. 21:48. Luca is in the house. Hello, Luca. Luca, I think you've been in that many times. Let me check the rules of the regular. A regular is someone who pops in more than once in a 12-month period. It's confirmed. Luca's a regular. Luca is a regular to the stream. We'll write that down and we'll tick that off the list of things to do before we die. Thanks very much, Luca. How are you, sir? Are you in a good car for this, Luca? I can't even remember what manufacturer I've seen yourself in. It looks like the McLarens and the Citroens are ridiculously OP in this one. Impossible. Hard even to hang with JJ's in the Citroen. Hard even to hang with his Citroen whenever you're revving the nuts right out of it. And just drives away. Sean says, spin to win. Aye already. Oh, Luca, a drink, Sean. You missed it already. Hopefully Luca will find himself in Belfast someday and we'll get his autograph before he's rich and famous. You're in Toyota, but you don't have a clue how it's going to do. There was a Toyota in that race behind us. Not sure what levels people's at in here. There's a C in here as well. I thought I set the level to B. I'm not sure how the C driver snuck in it. But who was in that? He's an A+, a Brazilian, an A+ as well. I think the AMG will be able to tell more, throughout the practices, but unless them boys haven't been fuel saving good at all. I was surprised how much of a jump we got on Ghostly. Our car might not, we're nowhere near as quick as the two OP cars, but it might be a half decent car compared to all the rest of them. And like we say, surely there's 5 tries. Surely at some point of the evening, McLarens and AMG or McLarens and the Citroens will be getting wins and dropping out, accepting the points, and so on. Corvette's good on the top speed. Not sure about the tyres or fuel. The tyres doesn't really matter, like I say, because you're fuel saving, you're never really pushing the corners anyway. You'll more than likely be having a nice big lift and a coast and a free wheel on the way into the braking areas. To try to save the fuel. So, and there's 2 mandatory stops. I definitely don't think there's any sense in not changing your tyres. Like I say, you need to stay in a bunch here. If you want to try, not even sure what you would try different. So I'm not, but if you wanted to try something different, you would need at least 1 or 2 people to help you out in it. I'm not coming in my baby rating looks and bars, and Sean, you shouldn't even have told us that. That's humiliating, man. So it is. How can you have a B safety rating when there's no penalties on Gran Turismo anymore? That's the sign of a dirty dog. No, I know, Flash. I didn't know that either myself. There's no brake balance allowed. So there's not, and it's a different BOP. That's why the Citroen has ended up fucking really fast in a straight line. No idea why. It was always really good at fuel saving and maintaining speed whenever you're short shifting in the Citroen. But in ordinary races, its top speed was never the best. Hulk is in the house as well. Have we any OP cars left with us? No, it doesn't seem like it. Bring it back to me. JJ says, don't do it if you're not in a Citroen or a Corvette. You think the Corvette? There was a Corvette in the practice we did the other day that was about 3 or 4 seconds ahead of us. A Citroen or McLaren, you mean? Yeah. I think the Corvette is definitely, if you forget about those two cars, if it's a race between all the rest of the cars, hopefully our car will be up there, and the Corvette should be up there as well. Just because there was one of them in front of us the other day at the end of the race, and it's not like there's a lot of thinking about the race. Like we maybe done a bit better there with the fuel saving, but we saved a shitload of fuel in the last race as well. I'm not sure if that would even work there. Like most of that race, we were being pushed on in that race as well. While we were in mixture 6, it took a long while before any of them even seemed to realise in their brain, right, he's in mixture 6. Right, once again we shall hand out the thanks for joining me, everyone. Rules for this FIA race is 2 mandatory pit stops with a make your way to track please starting soon. Attention please, attention please. And all GR4 competitors, that's all GR4 competitors. Get your arse to track immediately. Scotty, I obviously meant McLaren. I thought you were maybe trying to let Fleisch know that he had a chance. The Corvette was half decent. JJ, you should have just come in and had a bit of fun from last place, just to show everyone how OP you are. Right, boom boom, here we go. We had a something 49 our time was. I'm not sure staying in mixture 6 but like is the way to go in the FIA. Nice library, Hope. See if we can get a bit further back this time. Nicer gap this time. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back to me. Should be quicker. Flash, you done that on your own? I had good slipstream that whole lap where the Corvette is good in qualifying. If you've done that time on your own, man. Still, nearly 2 tenths slower, and we had a double slipstream there. Time for one more. No quicker. Flash, did you do that time on your own with no slip? Because I had a pretty good gap. Hulk had a pretty decent gap as well, so that was like a double slipstream. And if I was on my own there, I was at least an hour over half a second slower. Yeah, on your own. The Corvette's fast in a straight line. Let's hope it's crap on the fuel. Flash done a 48.1 on his own with no slip. I had a double slip with a nice gap. Hulk was in the middle, and he had a nice gap as well. So a good chance if I was on my own, I'd be a full second slower than that. It's not great. It's great compared to mine. JJ, it's great compared to mine. Glasgow's in the house. Hello, Glasgow. Yeah, just manufacturer practice. I'm not sure how many practices will do that. Like, it's not a very technical one. We don't even need to move up. Just save fuel as we can. I wonder if we can hang with a Corvette in the slip. Telling you, it's a one-handed race. Let's see who can play the most with their fuel mixture. It'd be quite nice to be stuck behind a Corvette in a race. Oh. He's still driving away. There's coming back up at 9. Certainly having to rev it out quite a bit more than yes, no spoilers, please. Not that I keep up with that chat and know anyway, but I'm hoping I can avoid finding out anything about it until later on. I don't think maybe 11 o'clock or something. So not. At least we're hanging. Not sure how much fuel saving Flash is doing himself, but we're at least hanging. Ooh! Flash, trying something different. My man. Lap 5. 62 you had. What am I on? I'm on 69, so we're slightly better than him. And we're all alone now. What to do? So we just let of those catches and an extra 6 for that. I don't know. I think I don't want to be out here on my own. Hello, Mr. Turismo. Medium tires, no fuel required. Hopefully Flies did change his tires as well there, and he's not way ahead of us. Fuel there or what? People down on lap 7. Right back to me. With the Mercedes, you need slip. Well, I'm in fuel mixture 6 like Sean whenever I'm on my own, you know. I'm not sure how quick it is if I was to be revving the nuts out of it on my own. We were slow there because we were in mixture 6 the whole time until flash. No senses revving it out. I wanted flash to catch us. It's nice to be behind a Corvette. Just need to be careful you don't lose the slip. There's a good chance they'll drive away from you. She doesn't mind, he fancies a bit of a slip himself now. Right. We'll rev it out here anyway to see. Tell me if you think there's much difference now in the top speed whenever we're revving it out. I'm not revving it out for much, like. Don't want to ruin all the saving that I've done. Now what was its speed like there? What do you reckon, Sean? Again, I'm going back into saving mode. We just wasted 2 laps of fuel there, basically revving it out 4 laps. Again, I'm taking the speed for free if he's offering it. Does he have to come in? When does he have to come in? And why did he come in so early? He's got me thinking, what sneaky, dastardly plan has this man came up with in this one? Still he stays out. So he didn't pit in because he needed fuel anyway. He's just coming up with a plan. Medium tires. 5 splashes of fuel, please, lads. Bring it back to me. Bring it back. I ain't gonna need another beverage soon. 1 splash, 2 splashes, 3 splashes, 4 splashes. 5. I'm gonna go to the middle every time, so I'm not was half decent the last time. Right, 5 behind us. Let's see. We're gonna see the speed of that Corvette now. If he's put enough fuel in to rev it out. I'd like to try and keep him out of the slip now if I can. He's coming, he's coming. He's using his fuel at the minute. Bring it back to me. Bring it back. I think he's maybe just come in lap 5 there, you know, to leave us on our own because we were getting too much of an advantage in a slip. Although after seeing how the car felt, I don't really think. I think one of the stops I'll not change my tyres. Like we came in when? We came in there on lap 5, lap 6 was it? The lap after flies, lap 6 we came in. We usually come in lap 8 and then so we've done 10 laps and it felt alright there. So I think maybe change the tyres in the first pit stop and then leave them in the second one. I'm not sure how much, usually about 4 or 5. 3 to 5 seconds usually make when not changing them. Right, 5 laps to go and 5.9 over the line. keep pushing as long as I can for. Keep him out of that slip. Once he's in that slip, you have a bit of an advantage looking after his fuel and stuff. So we'll use the fuel while it's here if we need to drive like a granny in the last lap, and so be it. We'll continue to have nice big lifts and coasts. And a wee short shift. He's fuel saving. We're better than the Corvette on fuel. Then I'm assuming he looks like he's now having to save in order to make it. 23, 24, 25, 3 left, and 3.7 over the line. We'll rev the nuts out over this lap. Well, more than normal. No need for a sexy green nose and a fantastic arse area in this race. You'll miss the radar, but in the FIA race, it's one of those races where you kind of want your radar just so as you can see where everybody is. If you can avoid the carnage and the bumping, if you get tuck out, then your race is over. Or if you lose the slipstream, your race is over. So 2 to go, starting with 2.4. I think we'll not change our tyres, you know, in the first one. I mean, so we won't. And then we'll have good fresh tyres on the last stint. Overfuel. You overfueled? How are you not catching me then? How are you not able to rev the nuts out of it? I've been having to drive very conservatively. So I have. I'll still be doing a load of short shifting and all. I'm filling it up on the last stint. A half a tank, I mean, seems to be spot on for us. I mean, just to be able to rev it a bit more than what we had the rest of the race. Could have revved it a tiny bit more there at the end. Finished with 0.1 left. I'm surprised you didn't catch us a whole lot quicker there if you had fuel to burn. Getting a bit warm in here. Warm enough to take the hat off. 8:30, I'm not even going to look at the fire. I'm let the fire go out now. And beverage time. Did you change tires in your both, pit stops as well, Flash? You don't know why. You were watching Scottish screen and you got mixed up on the laps. You thought it was 30 laps and refueled 13 laps instead of the 7. Why Scotty had... I don't understand how you didn't catch me there then. Were you revving your car out there? Or driving it as fast as it could go? And my car's maybe half decent then. Or faster than what I thought after qualifying in a straight line. Because I was still messing about with the fuel mixture and all there. I think so I was expecting you to start catching us. I've come up to get a drink. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take myself a can of cider this time instead of a bourbon. Today's sponsors of Scotty Senior's live streams. Hulk is in the house. Hello Hulk. Thanks for hopping in, man. You're messing around. What was that overall time? I said something 49 the last time. And did we say 49 the last time? That one 10. That one was 10 seconds quicker. Yeah, we could have been 10 seconds quicker there, no problem, just because we had Fleisch's slipstream. That first race we were in mixture 6. Loads. A lot less than mixture 6 that time, but quicker. 10 seconds quicker. That was a big jump. So it was. So we don't want to rip the arse out of the fuel saving. I'll be keeping my eye out for a Corvette. So, well, that Corvette was pretty nice to hang behind. Right, I think I'm going to try not changing my tires on the first one and give us 4 or 5 seconds as well. These practices as well, but like they're not even proper practices, because in your FIA race there's a full lobby, there's a whole pile of slipstream available and stuff. You're trying to figure out how the fuck you people are pulling away in slip. I was happy that I was in Fleisch's. I mean, the Corvette seems pretty fast in a straight line, so it does. And not as good as the Citroen, which I'm not able to hang with unless I rev the nuts out of it and try and nail the life out of it. And it's a fuel saving race, so no sense even trying to hang with a Citroen. But that Corvette was pretty nice to try and hang with, as long as you're careful that you don't lose that slipstream. We were able to hang with a Corvette and save a shitload of fuel. You lost a slip in a second. I wasn't too bad there, and I hanging on with a Corvette. It's when JJ was ahead of us, we couldn't hang with him at all in the Citroen, and apparently the Citroen is not as good as the McLaren 650. So if you see any McLarens or Citroens in your lobby, forget about them. Maybe try and get their slipstream in qualifying, but you have no chance against them in the race. Just have to hope that as the efforts go on, all the McLarens and all the Citroen drivers will stop turning up, because they'll have already received the points that their hearts desired. 30 seconds. What car are you in, Hulk? The GTR? I thought it was always quick in a straight line as well, the GTR. Although it doesn't even matter, because it's a different BOP on these tracks. The tires were a disaster for you. I'm not going to change my tires this time on my first stop and see how they last. Red, it's the Group 3 one I'm thinking of. Is ridiculously quick on a straight line. I'm gonna roll myself a cigarette, boys. See if we can get Another couple in. Not really any sense practicing like without a few in, just because of the track and the slip. Cars has joined the room, just like that, just as we were saying, would like to get another few in. Cars is like, come here, I'll sort that out. Darren has just beaten a Balding. Was it Jamie? JJ, get your arse in here. Come on in here. If you're bored starting last place. What are you doing? Don't tell me you're playing the Formula 1 game or something. He's happy to claim it as a family win. What do you mean I have an oval BOP on? I don't think I have to do that, Sean. You think I have to do that? Is that not automatic stuff? I just have the BOP on. I don't see any other options like for me to do like a special oval BOP or something. It just says BOP on, and then it's automatic for the oval track, is it not? Like whenever you go into your car settings, VOP's on, and my car's 100 on 100. You're not allowed to change them. I hope I'm running it right. Sean, you can't change it. Yeah, I know, Sean. What do you like? What's he like, JJ? The fool. My goodness, big red face. How embarrassing, Sean. Live on stream. You might want to remove that comment. For goodness sake. Humiliating. You can't hide that amount of shame and embarrassment. What car is CSRT in? He's in a McLaren, so he's driving away from everyone in this race. So he is. Let's let them know that the host is alive. We're throwing out a thanks for joining me, everyone. Any rules for this AFI race is 2 mandatory pit stops with a 5 minutes to race. It's nearly 10 to 9. There, another one joins. Big red face is correct, Sean. At least you admit that stuff. Young JJ wouldn't have admitted that. JJ would have been in the chat saying, no, Scotty, you've got a red face. But Sean takes that like a man. You can tell Sean's mature. No, you can't. He's just like, oh, I'm not going to deny this stuff. Time to admit. CSRT's in the Ferrari. Is there 2 CSRTs? It says on my screen using a 650S Group 4. So does that not mean that's a McLaren? The 650S is a McLaren, isn't it? Or am I wrong? Let me go in and look at the cars. 650S. Where's the 650S? Yeah, it's a 650S is a McLaren. Oh, so he's in a McLaren and on my screen. Bring it back to me. Run it down, run it down. JJ, you're not going to bounce in. If you're bored, just don't qualify. Start from the back and watch everybody's chin drop a wee bit closer to the floor than ever before as you just drive past us. All of us in a big queue. 7 of us, all nudging each other, pushing each other on, and we'll just watch JJ drive right past us all with no slipstream whatsoever. Your birthday is on the 25th. What are you up to, Sean? What are you up to? On what date are we at the moment? I'm gonna grab myself a wee bun. I have a wee bun sitting here beside me. I'll eat a bun for your birthday, so well, Sean. Don't say it. I'll never do anything for you. It's an apple one. There it is. For the food lovers, there's a close-up of it. In fact, they'll probably say that's not how you display a bun. You have to crack it open and show us the interior of that bun. That's better, Scotty. He's probably in his bedroom, Sean, with his lights turned out and the door locked, practicing for Hugh's race next week. I might have him a wee bit nervous. Maybe later I'll not be doing many more of them, JJ. This one could be the last. Right, again, we'll give the newcomers the thanks for joining me, everyone. With the rules for this FIA race is 2 mandatory pit stops and a make your way to track plays starting soon. Nice, Sean. Enjoy yourself, mate. Right, we'll get one going. Who's going to try and stick with that McLaren, only to find themselves on their own? Attention please, attention please. Pit parties are prohibited in the pit lane. Please proceed professionally, thank you. Quit. Bring it back to me. Thank you, boys, thank you. Back in, we'll go. Try and drive out on the track, boys, and see if you are still stuck there. If so, we'll change the time. Seems to be letting them out. Right. Let's try that again. Was Mr. Turismo going to let us out this time? That looks a bit better. Right, it's the CSR guy. Look, he doesn't even want to slip. He stayed in the pits the whole way. I want to look for that blind boy. Oh, here he is, here he is. Oh, go, go, go. Oh, my goodness. Lost too much time. Coming for us. Let's get up high for him. I don't think we're hanging. Don't think we're hanging with him. Are we in it? I wonder. I don't know. He looks like, no, he's driving away. He's driving away. Right, and flashes slip. Maybe a bit quicker for us. Just a tad, Mr. Trismo, what do you think? A tad. That Corvette. That Corvette's good in qualifying, man. And this at 650. That's not a good lap at all. Are you not just able, JJ, to click the wee options button and then select? I mean, to watch it in 720. That's how all my YouTube videos are. Every one I go into, it's always on a crop setting, and it's been doing that now for 8 or 9 months. YouTube must have done something, but I always have to hit the wee options button now. we might not be able to hang with Edens now. We were able to hang with Fleisch the first time, but that McLaren could be gone. I think they're gonna go. They're gonna go. They're leaving us. We're on our own. Flash is looking good now. Right, we'll just try a different technique of revving it out this time. We'll see what the overall is. May as well try and learn something. The 3 wee dots, JJ. There's 3 wee dots up on the top of your YouTube screen. And that brings up options, and then change quality, and then just pick 720. Fleisch is able to hang with those cars in that Corvette. The Corvette's going to be half decent if it's able to qualify behind the MOP cars. Look at them just driving away, my goodness. And we've saved no fuel at all. You can't see any dots. Oh, you need to tap on the video first. Whenever you tap on the video, then the options will come up, JJ, and you'll see the 3 wee dots. As if you want to press pause or something on the video. Look at me teaching JJ stuff about technology and YouTube. You believe that? Big red face JJ. It works. Can't believe I learned JJ something. Scotty still looks ugly though, I know. Wait till the beard. I don't scrub up too bad, but Sean, I just haven't scrubbed up in a while. You look sexier, says JJ. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jerry's done nice as well. Slice, it'll be over the moon. That Corvette is hanging, and it's very strong looking in qualifying as well. You should be able to get a good qualifying, and then if he starts behind a Sitman or one of those war cars, you'd hopefully be able to hang with him. See how this one goes. I've not fuel saved whatsoever in this one. It'll learn us something anyway. Hello, Mr. Turismo. No tires. Let me try it with no tires. And only 5 laps left, which you don't have to fuel at all. No 1 or 8. Sean says Fleisch has got his shit together. Boom boom, the man knows what he's doing. Impossible. Nothing I could do there with that Corvette at the start and a McLaren behind it. They just immediately drove away. What's happening? Who came into the pits? Why is Flash still in the pits? Or was it the other guy coming into the pits at last lap? I hoped that not changing the tyres might have brought me back to them, and it didn't. Even not changing the tyres helped nothing. Well, your man's, and I dropped him from the slip. You just start driving away now. I expect. I think I'm going to try and open a wee samba lobby after this one. This is quite boring. It can be quite fun in an FIA race with a full lobby at times, as long as you avoid all the incidents and stuff. Tires are already struggling on this stint. is still quite blurry. Some streamers do have the option of watching them like in that they're 1080, but I very much doubt you'll be able to watch me in 1080. I think I usually PlayStation streams in 720, I think. I don't think there's anything else for us to learn at all. My brain is hemming and hawing. Well, learn when you have no slipstream, quit out of your practice. I think that's, we'll not quit out just yet. We'll have a Norway think about it. We'll stay out to make sure what 10 tires is like. It would be nice to be in a slipstream with the worn tires to see if we can still hang. Not even a wee bit OP either, like ridiculously OP. In a league of their own. Slice will be over the moon that he was able to hang with that guy there, but by the looks of it, that guy has got a jump on him with fuel or something in the pits. And once the slip's gone, it's gone. Let's see if we can hang with this guy on worn tires. Hopefully he stays out and doesn't come into the pits. He's in a slow car as well, whatever that is. We'll hang with him, like, I'm not sure how good his tires are looking. Hello, do change my tires this time, and a shitload of fuel too, lads. I don't think there's anything else my brain wants to know. I think I would change the tires. both stints after feeling how bad they were there. Not ridiculously bad, like, not ridiculously bad, but you could easily lose it, the slipstream. We can maybe see if we can hang with that McLaren just for fun, just out of curiosity. We've learned all we have to learn in this one. I'm just waiting on this guy coming now to see if our car can hang with him. And we don't even have to move because we're ghosted. And let's see if we can hang with the McLaren. Ideally we would be wanting to short shift and save a bit of fuel stuff if we were behind one rather than just revving the nuts out of it. I was one short shift there. Coming back to him slowly but surely. You're not going to be saving much fuel if you're behind one of them. If you try to, there'll be no plane near mixture. But just about able to cling with him. No good, but no good. If you're behind one of them, you're better just letting them go. Just because you can't save any fuel. What do you mean it doesn't matter when they lap you? It matters for the brain, Sean. Learning, man, no wonder you're so slow. If Lewis Hamilton was in this race, he wouldn't just quit out until his brain was happy. There was nothing left to learn. No, there wouldn't. We've learned that we can't hang with McLaren, so if I stay really close to one in qualifying and stay well in the slip at the start of a lap, as long as he's not an car in front of him, it's possible to hang. But in the race, you don't even want to be hanging with him because you'll just be wasting all your fuel. Ugh. I'll stay here and let these boys finish as well. Let's get all of the info up, please, Mr. Turismo. I'm telling you, Sean, you need to ask Lewis, for goodness sake. If you speak to Lewis, Lewis would definitely have said there. It's almost like only I'm not allowed to. I'd be going and checking that man's fucking rear wing in the pit lane. I'd be over and fucking inspecting that stuff. Only it's not allowed these days. And Fleisch just hasn't had the same kind of fuel saving. So your man, even though he was ahead of Fleisch and Fleisch was hanging, he's clearly been saving more fuel than Fleisch. Bring it back to me. I'll try and open a wee samba lobby and we'll see if we can get anyone in for a couple of sambas. If not, we'll chill out and have ourselves a wee smoke and finish our beverage before we get off. Ah, Sparks is in the house as well. Yes, Sparks. Apologies, mate. How long ago was that? 6 minutes. It's 7 minutes ago. Apologies, Sparks. Yes, mandatory 2 stops. What manufacturer are you with? Are you with any of these OP ones? The McLaren or the Citroen? It's a 2-horse race. McLaren and Citroens are like ridiculously OP. The Corvette seems to be pretty good in qualifying, at least. I mean, so it does. I'd love to have a Corvette in front of me during the race. Sing, bring it back to me. Jerry says, I'm watching Thou Shalt Not Grow Old, so won't join tonight. No problem, Jerry, no problem. Ran out of fuel 100 metres before the line. That's not too bad if you judge it down to that amount. Right, I'm going to open a... Hold on, these boys are on the pen just in case they're giving each other. Yes, correct, sir. Well OP. So you are in that McLaren. Right. Flashing on the pen as well, but wait a wee second. Hey girl, what you got in that cup? Give me a little sip and tell me what's up with you. Hey baby, now come on, don't be shy. Hoo-wee, that sure is good. You got me tripping and thinking we should get to talking and maybe hang out as the new manager. I thought my dad told me that the old Aston Villa manager had got your job. Dirty Sambas, loaded up, and we'll start at the top. And my head's buzzing, baby, feeling like I'm falling in love. Hey girl, what you got in that cup? You can sit comfortably with him, but he undercut you. Once you're out of the slip, you're losing 0.5 a lap. Right, so you were able to fuel save and all. I mean, whenever you were behind him and play with your fuel mixture, or did you have to stay in mixture 1 in order to stay with him? I want a Corvette. I want a Corvette in front of me in the race. If there's a Corvette in front of you in the race for me in this car, then we were looking sweet in that last race whenever you were ahead of us. in fuel free as well as in the slip. You're lucky then, you're lucky. You're one of the only cars who'll be able to hang with them boys. Although he was on his own, you know, you might not be able to hang if he's an OR car in front of him. Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Damo was in. Someone else is in. Hopefully we'll get a wee room going, get a wee bit of fun. Wonder Woman. Oh. Yeah, no problem, Flash. No rush, sir. No rush. I'm gonna roll myself a wee smoke here and chill out. Well, we don't need any more practice for that there race anyway, so we don't. All depends on how the start of the race and stuff goes, and if you're in a slipstream, and then we just know to save as much as we can throughout the race. It can be quite entertaining, that track, in an FI race, like when there's a full lobby of guys. It can definitely be an intense wee race, trying to avoid all the side by side actions around the corners, and because it's loads of people usually have a wee side by side around the corner, and then there's a bit of contact, and then if you're squeezed out into the wall and you're out of the slip, it's done and dusted immediately. If you can just stay smart and avoid any contact at all, which is a lot harder to do when there's no slip or when there's no radar there to be used, because you'll be on the fuel mixture quite a bit. Damo was in the house. Oh, Damo. Sean is off. I'll catch you later, Sean. Have a good one, mate. Sean's all talk. What's he like? Earlier he's like, I'm good at the 30 sambas. He's like, I'm one of the best at them. And then he's like, oh, he's opened the 30 samba. Oh, I'm knackered, boys. I'm off to bed. I'm shattered. He's sitting at home now, terrified. That's why he's going to bed. He's scared. She's always staring at me while I'm chugging along. She liked the way it's pulling when we're tailing up the lane. She's even kinda crazy about my farmer's tan. She's the only one who really understands what gets me. She thinks my tractor's sexy. Another team's championship. All depends, JJ, if we get a room or anything going. It's possible maybe, but we need the numbers, you know. We'll chill out for like 10 or 15 minutes anyway and see if we can get some sort of room going. If not, we'll get off and try to find ourselves something to watch on YouTube or a wee movie or something and try and I still haven't. I've managed so far to avoid any Formula 1 news, so I can't believe I haven't seen any Formula 1 news yet. So at the moment there's still a good possibility for me that I'm not sure what time it's on at tonight. I mean, so I'm not, but there's a possibility that I can still enjoy that during the night without knowing what happens, because I don't watch it like if I know what happens. If I scroll down YouTube and I see something that gives it away, I end up just watching a 4-minute highlights video on YouTube. It's like, there's the start of the race, they're right in the first corner, and on lap 20 this is how things were looking. Here's lap 42 and here's the last lap of the race. It's like, that was fantastic highlights YouTube. Darren is stealing viewers. Who's he stealing viewers on? He must have big pockets. Damo out on track, hitting all sorts of apexes. I could hardly believe it. What makes you think he's stealing my viewers? He's welcome to share my viewers, surely. Surely he'll not take yous away and steal yous on me. Would you let him steal you, JJ? If he came to you and tried to steal you away from me, would you allow that? Or would you maybe just give him a wee bit of yourself? Say, oh, alright, you can have a wee bit of me, darn. I haven't even seen it, darn. In a while. He was in earlier. Is he on? Is he live streaming? Is that what you mean? He's been there, Scotty. Why can't I see him in the chat then? Is he talking in the chat now and I don't see anything? It's a long way back. I'll tell you the last time I seen Darren in the chat. Still scrolling back. Still scrolling back, no sign of the man. Still scrolling back, no sign of the man. Still we scroll, no sign of the man. Why don't I see him? Is he in the chat talking now? And I don't see him? I did see him earlier. So why do I not see him now when I'm scrolling back there? I'm right back to whenever Luca was in. What's happened? Why don't I see Darren? Because Darren was in whenever Luca was in as well, wasn't that? No, I see him now. The last time I seen Darren was at 32 minutes past 7. That's the last post. And he gave the thumbs up and a wave bye bye. So I don't see him in the chat now. What are you on about, lads? You're confusing me. JJ says bright red face. Bro, Scotty, he's streaming. What are you on about? I mean, Jack visited Darren. Darren stole a wee bit of JJ on me. God damn it. Nothing you can do about that. Nothing you can do. Well, Darren's pretty good as well. Over by the gate, Lordy, here she comes. Darren is streaming, but he's finishing up. He went to Darren because he was racing against Jamie. So he is. I heard someone saying earlier, Jerry came in earlier saying that Darren had a win over Jamie, the star of the future. What's he up to anyway? Or what has he been up to? Was he doing dailies? Was he doing open lobbies or what? Because I could have bounced into his open lobby, stole some of his viewers back, maybe won a couple of races in his lobby, and maybe his viewers would have said, "Who's that guy? Look, it says after the race that he's on YouTube as well." Who knows? Race B, he was doing Race B. Race B was quite fun. Certainly not a main accounter. There's a Sardinia Race A next week. Not too sure what car it is, but it might be a wee bit of fun if it's a half decent car that handles nice. We'll maybe have a bit of fun on it. It's one of the wee small ones. Damo was on for personal best and cars sorted the man out. JJ wants me to do some Race B. JJ, I'm on the main account. Don't be silly with me. We're not going to lose a shitload of ratings. On Monday night, I might try the Red Bull Ring on Monday night, although I don't even think our ratings will be high enough to be in top split on Monday night. So it won't, because we've lost a whole pile of ratings on the second account. I think we're down into the 50s. JC says restart the stream. No, I'm not restarting the stream and all. If I turn the stream off, I'll end up heading to bed and sticking the TV on or something. So we'll float about. We'll float about here and chill and see if we can get another few in. There's 4 in at the minute. I'm not even in a samba. Oh. A+ is enough for Daly's top split. No, not on a Monday night, JJ. Not on a Monday night, young man. And the Red Bull Ring is usually a pretty popular Monday night. God's sake, I could almost tell you 16 people who'll be on Monday night who'll have higher ratings than me. So I could. Kay'll be on. If Kay's on, and Tomix will be there. Farrell will be there. the Mario Sonic guy will probably have more ratings than me. He will have more ratings than me because I race against him on the main account, I think. I think so we do. Rory. Blue Racer. The names just keep coming. We'll be lucky. We'll need to maybe improve. Although if we enjoy race A, you never know. The fact that it's on Sardinia, it'll be mayhem like, but I think they usually have a boost on race A as well, or slipstream on week or something. Super GT isn't on anymore, so it's not that stacked. I know he doesn't race much anymore. Sure he doesn't. The man doesn't have to. He's that busy now with real life projects. 59k, that's enough. I'm not at 59k JJ on my second account. I think I'm down to 54, 55 on my second account or something. What makes you think I've got 59? Jerry says Monday question mark. I'm on 59. Right. Well, hopefully we will. I don't really like the Red Bull ring. The penalties kill it, but it's Group 4, so it's like the best Red Bull ring combination. Really, you could have to try and avoid the penalty and stuff. The Group 3s are a bit tougher there. I have a website, Scotty Bro. Listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. He said right before having a big red face and saying something totally incorrect. I think Red Bull ring should be GR3. Surely more penalties and stuff handed out, but in Group 3 at least Group 4s are a wee bit slower, a bit easier to have a race with guys side by side. What Group 4 car is going to be OP? Can you tell me that, Mr. Balding? What car is everybody going to be using? What car is going to be OP in qualifying? So as if I get out of bed early. The RCZ, even with tower, an FF car. You reckon it's going to be OP in groups in race C with tower and stuff on? Confirmation has just came through via PlayStation message. JJ, for Hugh Hatrick's next race, from the start you have a Scotty Senior on your ass area, so you do. Don't worry if all of a sudden now your hand controller slipped out of your hands or whatever. If you're sitting with a glass of water, if all of a sudden you had to grab it because it almost slipped out of your hands with the extra bit of sweat that immediately started there. Right, we'll run one for a bit of fun. Boom boom. Hopefully everyone was in the sambas. Why is Damo telling cars to stop ramming him in the samba lobby? Cars is ridiculously good at ramming. I think sometimes in ordinary races he thinks it's still a samba race. Flies would be sorted out for cars as well. Cropsters in the house, hello Cropster. Side by side through. Oh, I don't know. I don't fancy that. I don't fancy a side by side with him on lap number 1. That's just encouraging other guys to have a run on us. I'd like to stay with him and try and get a wee bit of a gap on other guys. I mean, so as soon as anyone else gets involved, I suppose I could be lucky if other people get ahead of him and let me run away, then maybe. But I'm too scared of him running away, you know. If I run away by 2 or 3 seconds, he's quick enough to hunt me down. If he runs away by 1.5 seconds, he's gone. The race is over. Is Scotty in a party? No, just on my own. Almost again, Damo. I've been daydreaming. Cars is 10 seconds up the road. Ah, we were going for Damo. Thought we'd try it flat out just to experiment. Big 7 nuts needed to nail that one flat out. And she climbs on up. I open up the throttle and stir a little dust. Look at her face. She ain't a foolin' me. She thinks the tractor's sexy. It really turns around. She's always staring at me while I'm chugging along. She likes the way it's pulling when we're tailing up the lane. She's even kinda crazy about my farmer's tan. She's the only one who really understands what gets me. She thinks the tractor's sexy. No idea how we won that one. Cars must have been lonely. I could hardly believe it when I heard the news today. It's as well it isn't a championship, because that would be 1-0 to me. Any other joiners yet? Remember to like and subscribe. Well, do you have another joiner? Let's move down them one at a time, so the same one only backwards. Two threes is nice. Head on collision, it was indeed. I was about to get damo. What do we reckon if we get 8 people in? Then we'll start thinking to ourselves that it's the start of a championship. Excuse me. Ten to 10. Does any of you know what time the Formula 1 is on television at? I think it's 11 o'clock. I'm not 100% sure. On terrestrial TV, I think it's 11 o'clock. What sort of sexiness? Most of the people in, we've seen Damo sexiness. There's a big red face for sexiness. 2 threes is out, looking quite splendid. And a Caterpillar livery. A Malabar in the back. 2 big red faces in the house. Flash and the Spanish guy. No problem, Flash, no problem, mate. I think I'm contemplating getting off and finding out what time the Formula 1 and stuff starts at. Maybe make myself a wee burger or something before it starts. Is everybody in? Is everybody in? Everyone's in except for me. All in the sambas. How did you squeeze into split one, only 1.5 seconds behind me and JJ? Oh, in huge races, I didn't even look to see. Glasgow was in 3rd. I seen that. Glasgow qualified in 3rd. So we need to stay clear of him around the first corner and then just try to follow JJ until we get to the end of that straight with no one else making a move, and then hopefully we'll be able to have a race with him anyway. But surely can't just run away with it. The Spaniard has had enough. He hasn't upped his speed in the samba bus. He's realised my samba bus is too slow. I'm out of here. They're all hackers. Oh my goodness, it's went up the over 2. Or we're just going to run away with this one. Oh, no, we are not. I slowed down off the pace. Does he catch anyone else, I wonder? 2-3 just right back on the ass area now. Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. I want you, please take me home, yeah, yeah. Exact it is, a tad, 2-3s right on us now. With 1 to go. Flash is still back there as well, hoping he can go to bed faster than me. And there'll still be cars heading in the opposite direction on the last lap. White Tiger's in the house. Hello Tiger mate, how's you? Thanks for hopping in. I'm saying quick visit, drop the like. Thank you mate, thank you, you're a gentleman. Enjoy the rest of your evening, sir. Oh, oh, 2-3s. Surely Damo has a chance now as well. Run, run. Are we going to see cars again before the finish line? We are. He comes for us, he misses that time. I think that's it. It is, it's done and dusted. We go to bed the fastest in the lobby. All those thousands of emails that we'll receive over the next lot of hours asking me if we're faster than 2-3s. Faster than Damo, cars and Flash. We'll be able to tell everybody, yes, of course we are. Flash, thanks for hopping in, man. Enjoy the rest of your evening, sir. I think I'm 10 o'clock. I'm contemplating getting off as well. Get ready for the F1 highlights coming on. And a big cold jug of sweet tea, yeah. I make a little room and she climbs on up. Open up the throttle and stir a little dust. Look at her face, she ain't a fooling me. No problem, mate. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna say thanks for the fun. So I am, because I've managed to avoid the Formula 1 results all day. I might as well just get off now, because it would be heartbreaking for me to find out the results now. So it would, an hour before the highlights come on. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, mate. Thanks for hopping in, lads. Enjoy the rest of your evening and stuff, whatever you're up to. Yes, Jerry. Have a good one. How do you know this demo? I can't see any results. Oh, I can tell you, JJ. I can go in now and tell you. You're on pole, and I'm on second. I know that. And Glasgow. Hopefully my voice was still being heard there, JJ. Well, there's sometimes when I go into the add options menu, it stops my voice being broadcast. So it does. Benson is in the house. Well, yes, have a good night. Have a good night, lads. Thank you, boys. Anyone who's hopped in throughout the stream. We'll hopefully be back on tomorrow night. Hopefully I'll be in the game tomorrow, trying to have a drive around the Red Bull ring, and we'll see how slow we are there, if I can set a half decent lap time or stuff, and then we'll maybe have a wee stream tomorrow night and try and get in with the likes of Rory and Key and all. And if not, worst case scenario, we shall be back on Wednesday. Enjoy, pleasure as always, gentlemen. Catch us on the flip side.